Hey guys, what's up, man? I'm over here in my dressing room at Fox getting putted for the show, and I hear about the news. The news. The news. Earlier, when I heard about the news, what's the news, Michael? That Mike McCarthy is out in Dallas. Mike McCarthy fired in Dallas. Let me talk to you about the significance of this after I tell you what happened when this came down. I was working out. So elated, I jumped for joy. And I'll explain when I say I jumped for joy because of the new direction that the Dallas Cowboys were about to head in. I don't even know the direction, but I jumped for joy. Let me show you what I did. I jumped so high when I came down, I hurt my back. So I had to go and buy me a stim unit. You see, it's a stim unit, an actual stim unit to get my back right. You know what I mean? Because, I'm happy to move in a new direction. Let me tell you what I say about this, because I told you guys before, this is my first year being able to watch the game with fans at my restaurant in all my years since being in the league. And it's so interesting that hearing those guys and being around those guys, this is something that Cowboys Nation needed to be done. And here's the kicker to that. It needed to be done to give fresh hope to all of us out here, Cowboys Nation, because I don't care what you say, that had run stale. It runs stale. It was hard to walk into watching those games at the end of the year with any kind of hope about anything. And I mentioned that at the conclusion of the prior year. And they did nothing. You can't risk another season like this one because it just says disaster. And what guarantee that you have that this thing is going to turn? And to keep doing the same things, hoping it turns, is going to be crazy. We debated this and we talked about it. I talked about it with the guys. It is what it is. And I talked about it with the guys around here at Fox. And they were like, Dak Prescott had one of the greatest years of his career under Mike McCarthy. I said, well, yeah, you're right. That's great for Dak Prescott. But you're right. What does that leave us? So Dak had the greatest year he could ever have. And where did Dallas go? Home. So let me get this right. You wanted me to give credit to Mike McCarthy for helping Dak get that great year. Okay. But I also gotta doink him on having a quarterback that was in the MVP race and you get nowhere close to a championship. Because we are going to talk about these things. The job is not winning games. The job is to win championships. People turn and say, Michael, well, if that's the case, why does it flip when you look at Mike Tomlin? Because I look at the job being done. I look at the job being done. We just talked about it. Dak Prescott, runners up in the MVP. Then that means you might be closer to your ceiling. Everybody you ever hear talk about football, not one has ever told you that having a quarterback is not important. Everyone tells you that's the most important thing. Okay, if you got a quarterback now and he's number 2 in the whole National Football League and you go nowhere, what does that say? You see what I'm saying? What does that say? As opposed to look at a Mike Tomlin who has had nothing. So I don't want people coming at me and saying, oh, Mike, you want to get rid of Mike McCarthy or say Mike Tomlin, and people are, oh, is that a black or white thing? No, it's an eye gate. It's an eye gate thing. It's a look at what's happening here thing. I'm on Mike Tomlin about what happened in this game because the defense didn't show up. But I'm not on Mike Tomlin only for what has happened over the process of these last 10, 12 years when I know he has no decision over the quarterback. He has been playing with scrap heap quarterbacks. Look at his quarterbacks now. These are guys nobody wanted. Nobody wanted. And he has that team in the same place the Dallas Cowboys. No, he has one but the Dallas Cowboys, at least this year, because the Cowboys didn't even make the playoffs. Somehow he made the playoffs with that team and had a chance at winning the division with that team. I also say this to people, so that's the one thing on my Tomlin thing. I also say this thing. You look, Mike McCarthy's a great coach, man. And Mike McCarthy's a good coach. But can he be the difference? I don't think so. Let me tell you what I mean by being the difference. What point would you point to? What place would you point to? What play would you point to? What moment would you point to that you would say, boy, that was some super duper coaching right there. That was great coaching. I can think about it with a lot of coaches. The job Kyle Shanahan has done when he loses his quarterback and finding other quarterbacks and still winning with backup quarterbacks, and then taking a Brock Purdy and turning him into what he's turned him into. You see what I'm saying? That's great coaching. Let's take an Andy Reid, who basically running a mass unit at wide receiver, picking this dude up off the heat. Get that dude, come on, you come over here. What's your brother's name? Can your brother play football? Sign him up. Yeah, it's anybody, it's everybody, and what happens? They still win. Point to Mike McCarthy's moment. Go ahead. I got a lot of things to do, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on you to come up with it. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to wait, but I'll never get it. I'm not saying he's not a great coach, not a good coach. I'm just saying it's going to take something special, somebody different, somebody locked in to one thing. I'm going to tell you why I say that. Somebody with a monomaniacal focus, that's a singular focus on winning championships over everything. I don't need a friend. I need wins over everything. I've been harping on this whole policy that the Dallas Cowboys have of not staying at the hotel the night before a game. And I was reading this article that they brought out talking about it, and the guys were talking about how it has made them successful. They started it after the Tampa Bay loss, and that opening Tampa Bay loss, and people get the opportunity to sleep at their own bed, and he wanted them to have more time with their family. And everybody said, oh, that sounds so good, that sounds good. Bullshit. No. It's been 30 years since the Cowboys won the championship. I was there. I know the focus it took to win that championship. So everybody wants to pull back now and say, oh, no, this is a new group of kids. You got to let them up. You got to let them make decisions. Shut up. It's got to be a singular focus on winning a championship, or it's going to be another 30 fucking years. In the article, he talks about he wants them to spend time with his family. I love my family. But the best thing they can do for their family is go win championships. Go win championships, and you're going to have plenty of time to spend with your family in paradise when you retire. Because you will retire with championships. And everywhere you and your family go, they're going to salute you, because you won championships. I need someone that's not talking like that. I need someone that's only talking about what this organization has been, what this franchise has been, and the road has already been set with what is required. Men before me have put a championship on the table. These men must put a championship on the table. And you can't eat, sleep, or shit, nothing else. Nothing else. That's it. And if the head guy doesn't see it this way, if he's not monomaniacal about it, then these other guys are going to be. And I don't want to hear people come to me, Mike, go, just because you couldn't stay home on a Saturday night, then that don't mean everybody you. No, it don't mean everybody me. And whoever you are that can't stay home on a Saturday night, it don't mean anybody you, everybody you. So since we don't know who's going to go and who ain't going, let's keep everybody's ass at the hotel so we'll know where everybody's ass is. That's what I say to you. Be gone. Because I need people to understand the 30 years, no, you had nothing to do with those 30. But when you sign up for the Dallas Cowboys, this comes across your neck. And it's your job because you have the ball right now to get us out of it. And you have everything to do with them damn 30 years that's stuck around our neck. So that's why I'm saying I don't want nobody that don't feel like life is championship. And championship is life. It has to be the very damn breath you breathe. You hear me? The breath you breathe has to be about winning that championship. Let me tell you what I'm so excited about too. When I say I'm jumping for joy, because of the way this thing transpired. They were offering Mike McCarthy another year or two. Mike McCarthy wanted 4 years, and I guess they got into it. And then they got into it now. So now this kind of a departure, people will say Jerry lost. And Jerry don't want to have you guys saying he lost. So he'll fix it. He'll now go and get somebody that upstages Mike McCarthy. Even if he didn't want to do it before. If he didn't want to go spend the money to get a Bill Belichick, he may upstage it now. If he didn't want to take the risk of bringing in a new college coach like Deion Sanders, he may upstage it now. Incidentally or coincidentally, I should say, the only Super Bowls Jerry has won was with college coaches coming into the NFL. But this team, and any of those guys, I think, will do it. The Bill Belichick, I think, will do it. I think Deion Sanders will be good doing it because this would take it to another level. Keyshawn Johnson threw something at me today, and I liked it. He threw out a Rex Ryan. I said, yeah, I could take a Rex Ryan, a Mike Tomlin, we could trade. I'll take that right now immediately. Immediately. Because discipline comes in other forms. I'm talking about the lack of discipline when they're not required to come to the hotel at night. Now you're going to show up at 3 p.m. tomorrow. You left the facility at 7 p.m. Saturday, at noon Saturday. Noon Saturday? And you show up at the game 3 p.m. Sunday? And we hadn't talked football? Nobody's been together talking about what we got. It's just the most absurd thing in the world. And you may win those 13, 14 regular season games that they won. But you won't win the playoffs. You won't win the playoffs. Because you have the talent to beat those teams in the regular season. But you have the talent in the playoffs, the same talent. But focus is so much more important. And now it's so much more detailed and so much more pressure on it because when you make the bad play, that's the last play. And under that pressure, you mugs have folded. You have come up short every damn time. And I know since you think we had this kind of record at home while we were staying in our own beds at home as opposed to going to a hotel, I'm going to tell you, you can always go home. You want to be home on Saturday night so bad, you're going to spend your whole damn career at home because you'll never go to a Super Bowl. You'll never go. You can't get there with that kind of focus. It must be singular. It must be monomaniacal. It must be totally directed. And it must be set from the head man down that we are here to do one damn thing, and that's win a championship. I don't give a damn about how much time you spend with your family. I don't give a damn about you think you can sleep better in your own bed. I don't give a damn about nothing but one damn thing, and that's winning a championship. Now I got to go up here and win a championship today on TV. I'll talk to y'all later.